My name is Carina and welcome to the Carina Chronicles. Today I'm going to read some more, this week, in this vlog, and I'm going to tell you some more about it. This week a lot of people close to me celebrate their birthdays, so I have a lot of parties and a lot of things I need to think of, and reading is definitely not priority this week. But I am quite some pages into the Novice, so I want to finish that book this week. It's getting over 30 degrees Celsius, so I probably will need some time to just chill and cool down. And what better way to do that than with a book? So I'm definitely planning on doing that. As you might hear, there's also still some work being done at the house next to us, and it's horrible. So there's so much sound all the time. I hope you don't really hear that in the video. Last time I talked about it, you didn't hear it, so that was great. But for me, it's really distracting and I really can't focus. So reading has been lower priority, not even, but more like I just can't. I just can't focus with all the noises all the time. And of course, in the evening, that's different. But then is when all the parties for all the birthdays are, or when I'm preparing things with other people. And so reading has been tough the last weeks. But we're already halfway through May. And I really want to finish this TBR, or at least start all the books. So this is still the first one from my TBR. I did finish Normal People this month, but I already started that one in April. So really need to finish the Novice this week. And I will be able to do so. I read about 50 pages yesterday in 35 minutes. So the total of this book shouldn't take me so long. So that's the plan. And of course I will also buy more books, because that's apparently what I do in spring/summer. I buy a lot more books than I do in the winter, I found out. I don't know how that happens. Hi. My reading is still not going great, but I did collect another book. Being Britt-Marie Was Here by Fredrik Backman. This is the favorite book of all time from my mother. And I planned on reading all the books that people recommend to me that are their absolute favorite of all time. People close to me, of course. So I am still planning on reading Marvellous by Alice Oseman, because it was my sister's favorite. And now I want to read this one as well. I'm really excited because I loved Anxious People so much, and my mother and I do have very similar tastes, so she thought this one was amazing. But I will read this pretty soon. But first I should finish the Novice, and I don't know why it's taking me so long. I'm a little bit busy in my head, but maybe next update. Okay, hi. I've decided to update you while I'm lying on my couch and there's no much light. So I'm sorry for that. But I just wanted to update because no, I have not yet finished this, which should have happened days ago, but I just I can't find the time to read. But I have been reading just now, and I really get a kind of Harry Potter mixed with Pokemon vibes. And I think I really like that. There's this academia in here, but the demons are, I don't know, I just expected them to be kind of zombies, but the demons are like pets, and like Pokemon. They all have one demon where they start with, that what they get when they start the academy. Someone gives it to them. And of course our main character has a very special one, just as Pikachu maybe. And they can catch them all, but that takes effort, and they have one special one. So I really get Pokemon vibes, and the academy really feels like Harry Potter. Even like the people that he meets are like, whoa, this is Ron and this is Hermione. But I don't mind. I really enjoy it, and it reads very quickly, so that is nice. I really hope I can finish this tonight. I do not have to wake up early tomorrow, So if I get in this great reading vibe, I might be able to just read the whole night and finally finish this book. If that happens, I will let you know. But maybe that won't happen because I'm already tired and it's only like 10:30 in the evening. So about on a third of this book, I'm quickly going to continue. Hello. I finished The Novice. I actually put the book away already, but you know now how it looks like, I think. I really liked the book. This was a 5-star prediction and it was really close. I ended up giving it 4 stars. And that was because the first 100 pages were quite boring. Well, not too boring. I obviously continued reading, but I was just like, okay, I have no clue where this is going. I'm not really invested. But there were like almost 400 pages and the last 300 were great. It is really a story that reminds me of a combination of Harry Potter and Pokemon, which is not something I thought I needed, but definitely something I'm interested in now. I really love how the demons are like Pokemons and how the characters grow, and also that there's not a very clear good and bad in this story. Most young adults have this very separate part of people that are good and people that are bad, and when they're in a fight with someone, you are certain that you need to be on the side of the main character and the other person is the worst person that has ever existed. And I like that in this story you sometimes disagree with what the person does, but that doesn't make it the bad guy. So yeah, really liked the story. It ended on kind of a cliffhanger, which I usually do not really like, but yeah, I have no choice. I'm really interested in the second part. It is a trilogy and it has a prequel that was written later on. You need to read them first, the trilogy and then the prequel. And there's also a book about the whole world, because the world is actually quite complex. So they have like a handbook for that, which is really, really cool. So I'm really looking forward to read the second part. I noticed that I didn't update you when I read the short story My Mother's Eyes by Jeremy Ray, which is weird because it's a whole book, although it's only 40 pages. So I'm going to do that soon, but I actually need to read back what I wrote down for that. So next update will be that. And then I finished another book. Well, actually I did finish that one, but I just completely forgot to update you all on it and update Goodreads. So weird, but I did write down what I thought, so next update will be that. So to not have 2 finished book updates after each other in this reading vlog, I first want to show something else. I had 2 book club meetings this week and both failed intensely. The first one failed because we did Secret Santa and I already thought no one is going to remember that we actually also chose a book to read. And I really didn't have the time with all my review copies, so I was like, I'm skipping this one. I will read it later because probably no one will have read it. So I don't want to put in the effort and feel stressed about this when we're probably not even going to discuss that much. And I was right. Of course, I'm part of the problem because I didn't read it. But in the end, only 2 people did. So it was great that I didn't put all the effort in. And I'm still going to read the book because it's Gallant by V. Schwab. And I really want to read the book. I already bought it. So it will be fine. I am very distracted by this one girl. What is it doing? But it's funny, I think. Well, never mind. What did I say? So that was the first book club. And the second book club didn't happen because more people read the book, also not that much. But we had planned a date and a lot of people cancelled last minute. So in the end, there were only 2 people, including me, that could still join. And I hadn't even read the book again. I mean, it was All the Light We Cannot See, and I already read the book, but I wanted to reread it before the meeting and I didn't succeed. So with both book clubs, we did choose a new book. For the book club with Gallant, it's just because people should have read it. So next time we will discuss both, and we just plan a book every 2 months. So wasn't surprised. And with the other book club, I actually suggested that we would read Heartstopper, because it's a very quick read. So also people that don't have that much time or didn't read All the Light We Cannot See, which is an almost 600-page book, could easily join this meeting, and we can plan the meeting then soon, because this is not that much extra to read. Heartstopper is delayed though, so I can show you that one yet. That will probably be in my next reading vlog. But the book that we chose with the other book club is here. It is A Marvellous Life, Freya Marske. Marske. I don't know how you pronounce that. I came to love this cover. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh my god, this is too much. I really like colorful covers, but this one was too much. But now I've actually had it in my hands. It's also a floppy big paperback. I know people really love that. I'm not that much of a fan, but I don't know. And the relief on there, I feel that this might be growing on me, this cover. But I'm happy that we chose this book. We chose it because it is for June, and that's Pride Month, so we wanted something else from our regular YA fantasy books, and we wanted kind of a romance but with another twist, and we wanted LGBTQ plus representation in there. And the 3 options we had were Loveless, which I already plan on reading very soon because it is the favorite of my sister, and Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, which is still my TBR, although I've heard that it is a very problematic writer, so I've delayed it a bit, and that was also the reason that people didn't really vote for that one. And this one, which was apparently in an Illuminate box, so a lot of people already owned this, and they were like, oh, let's do that one. I have no clue what it is about, except for that it is queer and kind of a romance, but special. So yeah, actually like that. So that one I will be reading soon. So I promised to tell you about My Mother's Eyes, the short story by Jeremy Ray that I got from him to review and that I've read recently and didn't tell you anything about, which is weird. But now I'm going to tell you all about it. It's a story, it says it's 40 pages, but a lot of those are thank you notes, acknowledgements about the author. It's really a short story. It's more like 20 pages. But so much happens. I am really in doubt, and I think that's why I didn't talk about it yet, if I would give it 4 or 5 stars, but it's really good. I would give it 5 stars because I could not think of a way to make this story better. It's brilliant. It's so sad, but it's brilliant. I would give it 4 stars because I didn't cry, which is weird, but it's a very sad story, and I think there's missing something. Otherwise, I would have cried. Do you get what I mean? So I think I'm going with 4 stars, but it's a very good book. The story is about a boy named Jordy, and he is drawing his mother, and his mother did a suicide attempt, and since then she's been in a coma. And so there are a lot of trigger warnings for this book. Please look them up before you read it. They are also in the book, I think. But it has been several months since she did the attempt, and she has been in a coma since then, and she is probably not going to wake up. There's not really a chance. And Jordy is an art student, or at least he's very good at art, and he is drawing his mother, but he can't remember her eyes. And he really hates himself for that he already can't remember who she actually is, which is of course heartbreaking to read. And there's already kind of a different grief from different people that are connected to his mom. And it's beautiful. It's written from a child's perspective, which makes it even better because it's so honest and raw and even more heartbreaking. So I would highly recommend this book. I think it's one of the best review copies I've got. So that's great. Okay, Cersei was better, but you know, that one I chose myself. So, but this, really good. Also one of the better short stories I've ever read. So I would highly recommend this book to you. The next book I'm reading is The Gifgave by Rani the Vadder, and I feel like I'm not yet done reading. I'm finally in a good reading mood, so I'm going to immediately start another book. And that is usually my tip anyway. It feels maybe weird, but just start another book immediately. Even if you read only one chapter, it really helps me to stay in that mood. And then, like at night or the next day, or when I'm on a bike or just having a break, I can really let the book that I finished settle. But then I can also already fantasize and think of the new book. And if I don't do that, I feel like I get stuck at thinking about the other book, which might sound good because you really can evaluate the book and appreciate it more. But that's not how it works with me. I just get stuck in there and I don't find the motivation to pick up the next book. I really like it when I start the next book immediately, so I have two different things to think about. One that is finished and one that I can still fantasize about how it's going to be. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm actually going to end the vlog here. I am a few pages into the Gifgave and it starts really exciting. Everything is going wrong from the first page, so this is going to be a fast one, I'm certain of it. So I will finish this one the next vlog and then I will talk some more about more books. Hopefully Heartstopper will arrive as well, so I can show you a little bit of that. And that is actually it. I really hope you liked this vlog. If you did, please leave a like and leave down in the comments what you have been reading. Do you read short stories like My Mother's Eyes? Because then I would really recommend that one to check out. It's a very quick one. If you subscribe to my channel and you click the notification bell, you will be notified whenever I post a new video. I hope you'll have a lovely day filled with books and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! In 2 weeks, my spring book haul is coming up and I'm already so embarrassed. I have collected so many books the last week and it's only getting more because it's almost my birthday.